Amartian.
A lot of what we spend time writing about is relationships and connectivity, and I think some of the allusions to God within that song really, sort of confuse it riles up the emotion in that song. And again, we were 18, 19 years old and having fun doing that, so we didn't really think in the moment. But I think now to see people's reactions, visceral reactions.
People have really strong feelings about whether or not Christians should date. Apparently.
Yeah.
Very strong
Mingle,
feelings.
really.
Or mingle at all.
Mingling,
Yeah.
yeah. I kissed mingling goodbye personally. Right? Something I'm not mingling.
Yeah, it is encouraging though at the same time to find that the song has meant so much to people. I mean, this for a song that's nearly 20 years old now, and that there is that much passion behind it still for people. I mean,
we do that. I mean, that part you do
Blows
sort of
my mind.
forget. You do kind of, as much as we know that those are important songs.
Yeah.
You sort of, it's easy to begin to not realize how meaningful they've been to people. And
It's funny, we used to do this thing live when we would play certain songs, and we'd just, a lot of times when we're talking on stage, we would go on these tangents.
We're
and
complete
talk about,
non sequiturs.
a terrible,
Yeah.
about just banter, and then we would, so in order to get into the song, there was no way to get back into it. You just say, oh, and that's what this next song is about. And it really had nothing to do with the song. And we actually had a friend come up to us afterwards and say, you know what, we know that's just, it's funny, but there's people that are attached to those songs, and when you kind of just throw that away, it affects them. And it was sort of a sobering moment to kind of go, oh yeah, you know what? We've been playing these songs and they're fun to us and they have a certain meaning and a certain weight and depth to them, but they're not the way they do for certain fans. And so we had to remember that. And this situation was another one where I was just remembering, people really, they've connected with these songs, and we're humbled by that.
So we were pretty entrenched in our kind of operating procedures in terms of what each of us brought to the group. And I think part of the viability of our partnership continues to be that trusting of each other, of stepping into the next thing, whatever that looks like.